Your quick stop for movie recaps. Get all the highlights and mind-blowing twists in just minutes. The story begins with a large park called Wood Valley. Our story starts in the summer of 2018. We see two people connected to the park, working there late at night. Suddenly, the girl feels there's a sound around them, but she doesn't pay attention, thinking it's a normal noise. Afterward, they go up to continue their night. But suddenly, a man appears holding a machete, quickly throws the boy down, grabs the girl, and cuts her with the machete he's holding. He then throws her at her companion. Later, we see a high school bus arriving, with students coming to spend their summer vacation at the park. They are celebrating their high school graduation. Now we meet George, who is a student and has brought his personal car to the park because he's brought musical instruments for his band. We learn that this is his band, and they will perform at the evening party. Then Phil, a schoolmate, takes the guitar from him and tells him he won't allow him to play today because his music is annoying. George refuses, leading to a fight between them. Then we see their classmate Alice, who threatens Phil by saying she will reveal his secrets to the school over the microphone if he doesn't stop. She tells him he will become a laughingstock in front of the entire school and students. At this time, she announces through the microphone to all the students to enjoy the amusement park and the hotel. She also tells them the party will begin at sunset. George's band will sing songs from the 80s. She explains that they chose Wood Valley Amusement Park because it's a tradition of their school since 1988, where every graduation party takes place at Wood Valley Amusement Park. After her speech, the students go to collect their room keys and prepare to enjoy the park, swimming pool, and other activities. Meanwhile, George and his band prepare the musical equipment for the party. Then, Con, the park manager, arrives and tells them that since the park's opening in 1984, he has witnessed many strange things and incidents. He also tells them to call him if they need anything. Meanwhile, George prepares his guitar, and suddenly, a girl named Kim arrives to greet him. It turns out they know each other from the past. She expresses her happiness at seeing him in Wood Valley and congratulates him on finally graduating from high school. She tells him she's excited about his performance at the party tonight. She also mentions that she works at the amusement park and hasn't attended school since she dropped out. Kim explains that she never cared about studying and was more focused on work. At this moment, Tom, Kim's boyfriend, arrives and takes her away. Now, we see the students enjoying the amusement park. Suddenly, two students climb onto a glass slide. Kim is informed, and the game is immediately shut down to prevent anyone else from climbing after them and getting hurt. Kim tries to get them out of the pool, but something unexpected happens. One of the students bumps into the other, breaking the glass bottle. An ambulance is immediately called. Paul, the pool manager, requests the ambulance to take the injured student to the hospital as quickly as possible so the other students can continue enjoying their time. Meanwhile, Con cleans the pool of glass. He tells Paul it will take a long time to clean and suggests draining the pool to remove all the glass. Paul refuses, saying draining the pool will take too long to refill. He orders Con to clean the pool quickly and as much as possible. Con, frustrated, reluctantly complies. Later, Tom assists with organizing the electrical wires. After Tom leaves, we see George with Kim. George confesses that he still loves her and wishes they hadn't separated. Kim warns him, saying if Tom sees him, he won't leave him alone. She advises George to be cautious because Tom is suspicious of him. Now we meet Priscilla, Paul's assistant. She's sitting with George's father, Michael, at the restaurant. She's surprised by the way he eats, but pretends to be happy, though she has ulterior motives for liking him. Meanwhile, we witness the budding romance between George and Kim. Paul prepares the party atmosphere and drinks. The party begins at the pool, and we see George getting ready to sing with his band. At this moment, Phil manages to take a photo of George with Kim and sends it to the attendees, including Tom. When Tom sees it, he becomes very angry and goes to confront George. Among the attendees is Michael, George's father, who sees his son being attacked but doesn't intervene, believing George must face the consequences of his actions. Tom is fired from his job due to the problems he caused at Wood Valley. Before leaving, he tells them they all deserve to die. Now, George meets his father and asks him why he came. Michael admits he came to buy Wood Valley Park from Paul, intending to make it his own amusement park. He proposes to George that if he likes the place, he can organize it however he wants. George refuses, telling his father he can't buy it because it's too expensive. He accuses his father of ignoring him for years and now pretending to be a caring parent. George leaves angrily. Meanwhile, Alice overhears their conversation while standing among the trees. She discovers that George's father is wealthy enough to buy the park easily. She also learns that Paul had kept the park's sale a secret from her. She confronts Paul, angry about hiding the sale from her. Paul defends himself, saying it's his park and he has the right to sell it. And now he sees the amusement park empty, and we see someone trying to sabotage the pool equipment by placing sharp blades in it, so whoever slides into to it will get cut and die. The next day, the same person appears, and Michael, the one with the gun, confronts him and threatens him. At that moment, a door opens in front of him, and he sees two dead people, the ones he killed at the beginning of the movie. Suddenly, he also dies, and we see Hassan opening the water in the amusement park and noticing blood on the grass. He wonders where it came from, but since the atmosphere is calm, he doesn't pay attention to the source of the blood. Now we see students buying amusement park tickets, and Paul approaches them, telling them about a competition called the Sea Serpent Competition, which is exclusive to the amusement park in front of them. He explains that anyone can participate. Paul starts looking for the lifeguards, but they are nowhere to be found because they are all dead. We then see the students gathering to participate in the race. Tom returns once again, and they try to kick him out, but he tells them he's not here for work. He's here to participate in the race. However, Paul's assistant refuses his participation because it's only for graduate students. Tom gives up and decides to leave. George and Kim form one team and plan to join the competition. We see them climbing to the highest water point in the park outside the race. Suddenly, they notice water leaking from the amusement equipment, which isn't supposed to happen because the water shouldn't leak. Tom quickly rushes to warn them, telling them to stop the race because someone might get hurt. But no one believes him, and they refuse to halt the race. All the participants head to the starting point. Meanwhile, Paul and Priscilla are waiting for them. Paul explains that in every game, there must be a team of 3 members, and the fastest swimming team will win $500. The competition is named the Sea Serpent because the 3 members must descend together, holding on to each other. Now we see the teams preparing for the starting moment. Tom comes again to warn them about the game's flaws, urging them not to risk their lives as they might die. He asks them to stop the race immediately. Tom goes to Kim to convince her, but George stops him. Tom tells them that next week marks the 35th anniversary of the crimes that occurred in this amusement park. Because Tivoli Amusement Park has witnessed numerous crimes over the years, these crimes have spanned 35 years. He suggests that the saboteur might be the killer, but Priscilla doesn't care about his words and blows the whistle to start the race. Now we see Kim and George as one team. Due to the length of the water park, another team must follow each team, but Verrill pushes and crashes into one of the slides. We see him scared because he is about to die. Then we see Alice and her friends, but she encounters the blades. She slides onto the blades, gets cut, and dies. As for Kim and her team, they are the first to reach the swimming pool. The others wait for the remaining teams, feeling happy. Suddenly, they notice blood coming from one of the slides, along with half a corpse. They are filled with terror and fear. When George tries to enter to see what happened, the strong water flow prevents him. He sees the blood, enters, and slips, falling and dropping his wireless device used to communicate with Priscilla. Priscilla calls out to him, asking him to send the next team, but no one responds. Now we see him looking at Alice's dead friends in front of him. Fortunately, he survives because he didn't reach the blades. Then we see a new team descending. The witnesses contact the police to report what happened, claiming that the murders have returned to Tivoli Amusement Park. Con manages to reach his wireless device and orders Priscilla to stop the competition and close the amusement park. However, the wireless device falls from his hand and malfunctions. Priscilla, seeing the incomplete team, decides to join the 2-person team, while Paul joins another team. We then see George preventing anyone from descending. Quickly, he exits the amusement park and heads to the opening before the competitors reach the blades. He grabs Paul and explains what happened, but the 2 girls who descended after Tom collide with him and his head gets cut off. George fails to save Paul due to the strong water flow. At that moment, George climbs to the top of the water park to warn the students and explain what happened. Suddenly, the Tivoli swimming park turns into a pool of blood and corpses. After a long period following the incident, we see George, Kim, and Priscilla with a lawyer. At this moment, we learn that George inherited the entire amusement park and its money because he is the sole heir. Priscilla received only $20 million because she was Michael's lover. After Priscilla takes her check, we discover that she was behind everything that happened. She wanted revenge on Paul because he intended to sell the park. Before killing Michael, she forced him to write her a large sum of money. We learn that when she was young, she was with her father at Tivoli Amusement Park. Her father was struck on the head and died, and no one helped him because everyone was busy. She decided to take revenge on anyone who visited Tivoli over the years. In this way, she avenged her father and everyone who didn't help him. This marks the end of the movie. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. See